Well, this is far from easy. Okay, the red is in close proximity to this bottom right corner pocket, but the path of the cue ball is not certain. Maybe a gap, but digging down on the cue ball, so this is certainly far from easy. Yeah, it was missable. Now, how's his luck? Oh, he's been very fortunate. Wow, what a result he's had there. He hasn't, I think he's covered the red over this left corner pocket with the green and blue. And the red and balk is, well, that's not potable. So it's just a safety shot for Barry Hawkins. The right result there.
In professional snooker, all kinds of luck are gratefully received. I think the most important luck at this level is when you miss, if you get away with it. It's such an asset.
Yeah, and people say, well, it sort of levels out. Well, sometimes it doesn't level out, particularly in a best of 7, maybe over, you know, the best of 19 or 25, but sometimes matches as closely fought as you would expect this one to be, maybe decided by the little bit of luck here and there. This time, not so lucky. Just wanted to avoid that blue. So he hasn't got the cover now. What can Barry do here? Can he get on? Is the pink available into the right middle? He's looking at trying to, maybe the pink or the black.
One.
Black it is, and it's a slow up though. Just ran on a little bit too far.
So by potting 2 balls, Hawkins has already scored more points than Mark Allen did against Kyren Wilson in the first 3 frames yesterday.
Bit harsh, Phil. Rubbing it in on poor Mark Allen.
316-1 the aggregate score was after 3 frames. Allen's done that to plenty of people. He was on the receiving end in that match.
Barry Hawkins, 8.
Yeah, red. You would have expected to get early on in the match. Just about settling down. It's going to be a little bit scrappy until that pink and black are in the open for sure. And you see an array of safety shots from both players here. Oh, this is a very good line, and if he hits it with a bit of pace, another little bit of pace, and that would have been tucked nicely behind the blue, but still, pretty good shot. I think there might be just a slight gap. Just hit the right-hand side as we look, just right of the pink, those reds. Just clip one of them and get it back into bulk. He's got a little swerve around the green. Nicely played. Nice. Now he's okay. Good shot, that.
Everything about this, history-wise, suggests it's going to be close. 9 wins for Hawkins over Wilson. 8 wins for Wilson against him. The big shots will be crucial, and on that one, Hawkins radically failed. Miles away, but has he done damage? Has he done any damage?
I don't think so, Phil. There's nothing to go at. There you see everything is blocking each other into that left corner pocket. Is there red into the left center pocket? Maybe. Yeah, that red. This is not easy though, but beyond the pink. Should he get it? Ah, good shot. Very, very good. Difficult because you're playing it into what we call a blind pocket. When you're down on the shot, you can't see the pocket, so it's tricky, but nicely negotiated.
Seven. Eight.
The Reds pre-developed, so no going into the pack here. But it's not entirely straightforward.
Yeah, black tied up, so just got to concentrate on the pink for the time
14.
being. It's one of
15.
these situations. You know, players you see practice in the practice room, but they're just trying to concentrate on one colour. 15 reds, maybe 15 pinks. Separate the reds around the pink spot. This is where your cue ball control really has to be spot on. Comes into effect here. You've got to keep a tight rein on that cue ball.
21.
On table
22.
2, very agreeable start for Dave Gilbert. Just about to go 1-0 up on Ishpreet Singh Chadha.
Yeah, this cue ball maybe running into the red, just to the right of the red that he's playing. So he's got to judge this to get back on the pink. Yeah, not great at all. It wasn't straightforward,
29.
but he could have played a better shot than that. Could have played it with a bit more pace, because even if he wasn't on the pink, at least the cue ball would have been out, possibly for the brown. But as you can see, yellow was in the way for the brown directly. That was a poor shot from Kyren Wilson. Is he going to play it off the cushion, try and knock that brown in? It's not a certainty.
Yellow ball.
No, he's going to play the yellow. Just a safety shot, so chance missed.
Kyren Wilson, 29.
Yeah, the brown welded against that right hand jaw, so coming off the cushion first wasn't an option. in his own mind, Wilson will believe he left the table prematurely there, and there's no getting away from the fact he did.
And that was the thing, wasn't it? It was about the cue ball control. So important in that tight situation where you've only really got reds and pink to deal with, particularly the pink. The black tied up, you know, your cue ball had to be so good. Let it slip there.
News of another opening frame in the pocket. Sanderson Lamb, one of the most improved players on the circuit this season. He's drawn first blood against Zhao Guodong.
One.
Oh. Well, his heart would have been in his mouth there as that cue ball went very close to the left centre pocket. Good pot this, going into other reds. Never too sure where the cue ball's going to finish, but well, just stayed out, and well, that could prove very costly for his opponent. Red over the corner pocket. Travelled a little bit too far, but he should be
Five.
okay. Just plant one red onto the other. It should be on the pink. It's not exactly over the directly, so he's going to have to make this plant. It's not 100% certainty. Yeah, nicely negotiated.
6.
And by potting that, he's cleared some congestion in the scoring end of the table. So from here, this really is a realistic chance to go 1-0 up, especially because he's so good using the rest. For many, that would be a tester. For him, almost a formality, Ken.
Yeah, he's so proficient, isn't he, with that implement? Very consistent. One of the best rest players on the circuit for sure. Good opportunity this now for Kyren Wilson. Strike the first blow.
Nine.
We've been trying to find differences between these two. One obvious
11.
difference, Wilson is using a glove. There it is.
12.
Not exactly a common occurrence at the top end of the game.
That was quite unusual to see, isn't it? And I think I overheard him talking about his cue, that he just finds this cue is a little bit sort of sticky, feels it. That sort of wearing the glove helps him cue a lot smoother. And that's why he's wearing it. Normally, you would associate wearing a glove
18.
with very, very sticky conditions, humid conditions, particularly when we play in China, over the Far East and Thailand, where it can be very humid. Cue gets very, very sticky, and you'd see some players wearing the
19.
glove there, but over in this country, it's very unusual. Well, that was a good pot.
$25.
46 the difference. This red, pink, and Barry will need a
26.
snooker, but Kyren would like to pot a few more just to make sure and just keep his opponent in that chair.
32.
Robbie Williams was nothing short of inspirational against John Higgins yesterday, but he's 1-0 down today against Scott Donaldson.
33.
And following the disappearance of that red, you have to believe Barry Hawkins is going to drop the first frame here.
$39. Kyren Wilson, 39, and the frame.
It wasn't one visit snooker, but it was very solid indeed from Kyren Wilson. He's off to the start he would have wanted. Barry Hawkins trails.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com.
With a free Dogs Trust Canine Care Card, you know there'll always be someone there for your dog if the worst happens, like you get seriously ill or pass away. At their rehoming centres, they promise to never put a healthy dog down and will care for them until they find a loving home. Loving them and all their little quirks as much as you do. Sign up today.
Sail through the heart of historic cities and unforgettable scenery with Viking. Unpack once and get closer to iconic landmarks, local life, and cultural treasures. Because when you experience Europe on a Viking longship, you'll spend less time getting there and more time being there. Viking, exploring the world in comfort.
Get ready,
because this is your very last chance to win us in Dartmoor.
Plus £100,000. But you must enter the Omaze £1 million this Saturday at omaze.co.uk.
And the best part? You'll be helping Macmillan Cancer Support.
So, for your very last chance to win this house in Devon, worth over £2 million, and the cash, you must enter by this Saturday at omaze.co.uk.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com.
It's been a little over a year since Kyren Wilson won his 5th and most recent world ranking title.
Frame
If
2.
you believe in the law of
Kyren
averages,
Wilson to break.
you will subscribe to the theory he's due to add another one. Maybe it will be this week. As I mentioned before, Hawkins leads 9-8 in career meetings. He won their first 5 encounters, actually.
Well, that's a couple of times already in this match that Barry Hawkins has done that, and he'll be really, really disappointed with himself. Was very, very careless, knocking a red over the left corner pocket. It's normally such a strong part of his game, Barry Hawkins. We did it in the first frame a couple of times. And although Kyren Wilson was trying to get on the pink in the right centre pocket there, he's overrun it. So he's going to have to take a more difficult blue into the green pocket.
Kyren Wilson 1.
Didn't expect him to miss that.
1.
Black is tied up now. He's looking anxiously at what sort of an angle he's got on the brown. Yellow looks a little bit better. Could take the yellow and maybe go into the pack, but it's a bit more of an acute angle. Trying to force it with the brown. It's gone wrong.
5.
Possible plant, is it, at the bottom of the pack? But as you can see, I'll have to make it. There's a little bit of a gap between the two reds, which makes it a bit more difficult. There's the gap. Because of that, he's going to refuse it. You have to, those two reds a little bit closer together, then it's a lot easier to make that plant. But when there's that
Sorry, Hawkins, 5.
bit more distance, it's so much more difficult to create the line. You see, they were just a little bit closer, a couple of inches closer. The foregone conclusion. Appreciated by the crowd. That was
Can I look at that?
excellent cue ball.
Thank you.
Referee just asking for just a little look, just in case Barry fouls here and a miss is called.
Over on table 2, Ishpreet Singh Chadha needs snookers against Dave Gilbert. Looks like the Midlander is going to lead 2-0. Good pot, application of side, knowing full well the blue is waiting for him.
Yeah, but once again, Barry Hawkins' safety was really poor. And at the moment it's costing him. Good opportunity this. He's normally so consistent with his safety. But another one very, very short, knocking a red over the corner pocket. Now, is he going to take the chance here to go into the pack and try and split some of the reds? He is. Need a bit of luck. You need a bit of luck, and he hasn't got any. Well, he has, but it's all bad.
6.
When Stephen Hendry was playing and he did something like that, quite often the sarcastic thumbs up was given to the balls.
Yeah. We've seen that a few times over the years, Phil.
Kyren Wilson, 6.
So far, Barry Hawkins has enjoyed lots of quality table time in this tournament. He brushed aside Stan Moody 4-0 with 4 half centuries, then beat Rob Milkins yesterday with 3. The loss of the first frame today was only the second frame he's lost in the event. But right now, he's struggling to assert himself. Would love nothing more than a clear-cut opportunity.
Yeah, and you feel the only way he's going to get that opportunity is trying to trap his opponent. Can't be expecting someone of Kyren Wilson's class to be missing easy balls. So safety has to be really spot on to create that opportunity. I don't think that red is cuttable into the right centre. There's not a clear pathway down the left-hand side of the table, so deep screw back into the balk. It's okay. Good shot.
Two-nil for Dave Gilbert over Ishpreet Singh Chadha on table 2 is confirmed. Already, Gilbert halfway there.
Now is this red potable past the blue down to this bottom left corner pocket? No, no room past the blue. Bird's eye view. It's pretty good. I think he's got the cover from the yellow down the left-hand side, anyway, up the table. Kind of a little bit of trouble here. Lots of loose reds. Could come off the cushion and maybe nestle on this red that's close to the top cushion, but there's also the possibility of leaving a red into this left corner, the one beside the black. It's not straightforward. Maybe the two cushion escape. Side cushion, top cushion, try and clip a red and back the ball, but that's fraught with a lot of danger. Is he going to go all out? There is a pot on. Maybe forced into taking it on. No other opportunity. Wow, this is dangerous. Oh, that was so close. What an effort. That was as good as he possibly could hit it. Probably thought it was in as he hit it. Very, very close. Yeah.
Not dissimilar to the red that Jack Lisowski knocked in to start that mesmerising clearance against Sean Murphy. Lisowski's went in though, that wobbled, and now Hawkins has his best chance so far.
1.
was the thing about trying to trap your opponent. What he did, he set a wonderful trap, a really good safety shot, forced his opponent into taking a shot on that he didn't want to, and now has created a chance for himself.
9.
Balls are absolutely beautifully situated. Not a safe ball on the table. Great chance for Barry Hawkins to strike back here.
The cruelty of this open draw meant they met in the second round of this tournament
15.
last season. Hawkins won 4-1, scored very heavily.
$16.
Just to explain, Ken, they're both top 16 players, so normally they couldn't meet because of their seeding, because of their status, until the last 16 of a ranking event. This, though, is a little different. That's why we've had big name matchups from the outset.
23.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of this open draw. It creates these wonderful matches very early on in tournaments, and it also
24.
gives a lot of opportunities for the lesser ranked players to progress without playing some of the top names. It's quite exciting. Quick glance at the
29.
score. He's got a few balls to pot before he's home and dried in this frame.
30. $37. $38.
Played that nicely. Lots of right hand side off that side cushion just to create a nice angle on this black.
$45. $46. $53. $54.
Just ran on a little bit, that cue ball. A little grimace when he played it. He wanted to be straighter on this black. Now. You have to hold for a red into maybe the right centre. And he's gone into the pack and he's okay. Played it nicely. Nicely judged.
61.
59 ahead, 59 still remaining, so this red will guarantee his first frame on the board.
62.
And maybe one. Hopefully he'll make a nice century break here. And this should settle him down, shouldn't it, Phil? I mean, he's looked a little bit edgy in the opening exchanges of this match so far, but this break will certainly settle him down.
68.
Yeah, it's been mentioned he's unbeaten this season. He won the European Masters, the second world ranking tournament of the campaign. And one of the keys to his success, when he's had chances, he's been exploiting them.
75. 76.
Yeah, he's got a wonderful setup, Barry Hawkins. I mean, you watch his stance, nice tripods, and watch his head here. Is he so still? Cue back nice and straight, forward nice and straight.
81.
He's got a nice pause on his backswing as well. It's wonderful to watch. And when he's motoring, shot time was at 28 seconds earlier, but that's because it was a little bit scrappy. But once he gets into a rhythm,
87.
he normally plays at around 20, 21 seconds per shot, which is pretty quick.
89.
He's got a nice pace around the table. Good setup and all the hallmarks of a, you know, if some
92.
young snooker players are watching it, you base yourself, you're left-hander on Barry Hawkins' style, you wouldn't go wrong. I think the key is the head, keeping so still on the shot, even after the strike
96.
of the cue ball. Wonderful.
Century 431 of his career. He's right up there on that list.
107.
The Hawk flew in that frame after being grounded in the first. This match is going to be something special.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com.
Live your best phone life on the UK's fastest 5G network. 3.
Multi-cover from LV. One policy that lets me combine my home with my car insurance and get a 10% discount. Get your quote today at lv.com.
I don't think I would have been sitting here today if I didn't pick up that phone. I lost financial freedom, I lost my identity, I lost everything.
Every day, 250 people start to lose their sight.
When I saw my father, a very proud man, crying, he says his daughter's not going to make it, that's when I knew I've got to do something. That's when I picked up the phone.
RNIB counsellors help people accept their sight loss.
And they said, how can we help? And I said, I need to talk to someone. And they said, I'm struggling.
Your gift of £5 could help fund a sight loss counsellor.
My counselling continued for a good few sessions, and it was amazing. And slowly but surely, my family could see I was coming back. It gave me confidence. I wanted to feel me again. And it's those 4 letters, RNIB. They're being etched into my rehabilitation.
Please text TALK to 70025 to give £5 today to help fund a sight loss counsellor, or search RNIB Still Me.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com.
It is a 4-table setup here at the Kazoo British Open. On table 2, Dave Gilbert has won the first couple of frames from Ishpreet Singh Chadha, although the Indian player holds a healthy advantage in the third. As for tables 3 and 4, well, Scott Donaldson 1-0 up on Robbie Williams. The second frame very much in the balance. Xiao Guodong, he responded to a slow start to equalise against Sanderson Lam at 1-1.
Frame 3, Barry Hawkins to break.
The winner of this one will take on He Guo Qiang in the next round. He beating Oliver Lines in the early hours of the morning, completed a 4-1 victory with a century break. But of course, whoever wins this will be a red-hot favourite to win that.
Oh, you don't get many better pots than that. Beautifully cued. Yeah, have a look at this with another look. Beautiful.
3.
Yeah, nod of appreciation. That was good. And no hint of rolling up behind the yellow. Potting the yellow and leaving this another long red on. He's so confident in that particular type of shot. I've seen a lot of players this week may have, after that first red, may have tried to just tuck up behind the yellow, but not Kyren Wilson. Just giving him a good opportunity here. Probably the extreme red is a possibility on the right hand side of the pack. That red to the left of the black, I think, pots into the left corner pocket. I won't be trying to get on that just yet.
Eight.
Red just beneath the pink pots as well.
Nine.
He's tried to get on that red, just left of the black, because that will open up the black nicely into both corner pockets.
15.
I think he's on it. Yeah, good shot that. Perfect.
$16.
And that was another little shot just to open up that red just above the black.
There was a time
23.
3 or 4 seasons ago where Wilson was criticised for a relative lack of cue ball control. That is very much a thing of the past. He's actually developed into one of the most
24.
potent scorers on the tour.
Yeah, totally agree. I think he's worked on it, you know, over the last couple of seasons. He's been constantly sort of earmarked about his cue ball control. He might have cheesed him off a little bit, so, but it's certainly, yeah, it's got better. He's one of the best scorers now in the game. I think he's just past the 400 century mark, hasn't he, in his career?
31.
Well, that tells a story in itself.
Yeah, achieved the landmark yesterday. His cue ball control wasn't disastrously bad, but in relation to the rest of his game, it was a minor weakness.
I think it was just compared to some of the other guys around him, the likes of the Trumps and Selby's, Robertson, Higgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, who has raised that barometer so high. He's faced with a difficult one here. Got to play this black with a bit of pace. played that so well. I'll tell you what. That is so unlucky because he played that black so well, digging down on
39.
the cue ball. Cue ball was bouncing before it even got to the black. And have a look at the cue ball here. How has he not made a better connection on those reds and maybe develop at least one? Yeah. Looks up to heavens. Could have been so much nicer. If he takes this plant on, this is very, very risky. Once again, there's a gap. A couple of inches between both reds, and they're not in line, so he has to make the line. Very, very risky, this. But if he gets it, it'll be on the pink, and it could be a frame winner. But if he misses it, it could be a frame loser. Is it worth taking the chance?
Kyren Wilson, 39.
Well, was it worth taking the chance? Is he on that red? Maybe not. Barry Hawkins, body language coming to the table. Doesn't look good. No, no gap.
Sometimes a 39-point lead is very useful indeed. Maybe not in this instance because the balls are well placed for a potential counter-attack. Which might be forthcoming right now.
Yeah, that little kiss on the blue just slowed up. He's left him a possible chance. Well, he's looking at a possibility of a plant there. That was two reds a plant. Well, they are. This makes his job a little bit easier.
One.
Could have played a bit better, a little bit firmer, just to get a little bit of separation from cue ball and the red that he's close to. Tremendous shot. Okay, a little bit short, but being a left-hander is not too bad.
7.
May be able to reach this. No, wants to use the rest, but just play a little cannon on the red, just to the left of this red, and hold for the pink into the same middle pocket. Didn't want to cover the black. Bit disappointed with that. He was still on the pink, but that red just going beside the black. It's just covered the black into the right corner and indeed into the left. So that's going to make his job a little bit more difficult.
Fourteen. 15.
On table 2, the killer blow might just have been administered. We saw that Ishpreet Singh Chadha was 52-0 ahead in the third frame. Well, Dave Gilbert has stolen it to lead 3-0. Classy clearance from a classy player.
21.
With now 1 foot in the next round.
20.
Well,
Barry Hawkins,
was that a kick?
22.
He jumped up straight off the shot. Let's see, was it heavy contact? No, I didn't see the pink leave the table, but his reaction would suggest it was a heavy contact. Kyren getting the cue ball clean, maybe having a look at the pink, might need cleaning as well.
Yeah, there was no obvious visual evidence and no sound either. Sometimes there's a clunking sound when a kick occurs.
1.
May try and develop a red here. It's got a nice angle on the pink. Yeah, nicely played. Well, is it cuttable?
7.
Played the right shot, trying to develop that red, but a really smile on his face. I'll tell you, I think it is cuttable. Maybe, well, maybe not. Looks like he's just playing a safety shot here.
Kyren Wilson, 7.
It's a good one. He'll be disappointed.
Fall and a miss. Kyren Wilson, 4.
Wilson already usefully ahead. Gets another 4 points on the tally.
Kyren.
Yeah, he's got a 28-point lead. He could just pot this red. Gonna play with a bit of pace, trying to get out for the pink. Not easy.
Yeah, when you punch them like that, any contact with a jaw, even a sliver, and the ball is going to be repelled.
Yeah, clever shot this from Barry Hawkins. He's removing the red from the black to get it out into the open. Hoping that if he does get a chance, then all the reds are in potable positions. And that puts a little bit more pressure on his opponent, even though he's got a 28-point lead. Now, this next safety shot could be crucial. he decides to play off this red that's near the top cushion. It's a dangerous shot. He's got to make perfect contact on that red. I'd like to try and get a red safe, but it's not straightforward here. Oh, didn't know what to do there, trying to screw back the balk. How's he got away with it? It's not bad, you know. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, the match has been a curate's egg, I think, for Kyren Wilson. On more than one occasion, he's been positionally unlucky. But to counter that, on more than one occasion, he's been lucky when it comes to missing a ball and not leaving Hawkins in.
Taking this red on up into the green pocket. It goes in, it'd be on the pink. Oh, it was close. It was close. Always going towards that right jaw.
One.
Cue that nicely.
At mid-range, I think he's one of the most reliable, dependable players out there. Just a couple of score updates for you. Scott Donaldson has doubled his lead over Robbie Williams to 2-0. And playing for the right to take on Ali Carter next. Zhao Guodong is 2-1 up on Sanderson Lam.
Four. Five.
Really good camera shot, that of Wilson down the barrel with the rest. Everything is so in line.
Yeah, it was a wonderful shot. You saw how straight he was
11.
On the pink. He had to force it in off the side cushion. Just create that angle. Ooh. Oh, well, would you believe?
Kyren Wilson, 11.
Only needed the red for the frame, and wow, what a let off.
Arguably the easiest frame ball we've seen missed on this table all week.
One.
Too straight on the black. Yeah, he just sort of decelerated on the backswing there, Kyren. Probably should have stunned the red in, and then at the last minute just tried to just roll it in. But put a bit of unwanted side and didn't push the cue through nicely and missed it.
8.
Now, big shot here for Barry Hawkins. The red goes in, he'll be on a colour. And it could be a frame winner. Wow, beautifully,
9.
beautifully cued. It's on the blue nicely into the right centre. Well, that miss from Kyren Wilson, Phil. That could be a real shock to the system.
Just what I was about to say, this will really hurt. In his second frame against Rob Milkins, Hawkins missed a dolly frame ball
14.
black, but he did win the frame eventually on a respotted black. Wilson might be confined to his chair. Powerless.
Yeah, not nicely on the yellow, so he's going to have to go off a couple of cushions maybe. Looks pretty good. He's pretty good with the rest
16.
himself, Barry Hawkins. Rest success for both players in this match at 100% each. But this could be the most important one. This green to get on the brown. Yeah. Nicely
19.
played. Perfect. You
23.
know, in a best of 7, one ball can sometimes sway the match completely in one player's favour. That misread from Kyren Wilson could do exactly that. Just needed the red to
28.
go 2-1 up. Misses it. Gives the opportunity to Barry Hawkins. And it looks like he's going to be 2-1 down now, Wilson. Yeah. Made a lot of powers of recovery
34.
to get over that in a short space of time. Black for a 2-1 lead.
That is a hammer blow, because Kyren Wilson sitting there knowing he's been the architect of his own downfall. What a red to miss. What a clearance from Hawkins, who now hits the front.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
Activia presents The Amazing Gut from A to Z.
Hey, guts alive, beautiful biome, digest and jive. Wanna feel good? Start from the inside with live cultures. Nice, open wide for tasty victory with extra yummy yogurt that makes your tongue zing.
Your gut is where it all begins. Activia.
Here at the Cotswold Company, we have hundreds of beautiful pieces for your bedroom, crafted using traditional methods and the finest materials, ensuring they'll last. With a range of bed frames starting from $399, so you can bring your home to life with the dream bedroom. The Cotswold Company. Discover our range at your nearest store or at cotswoldco.com.
I'm here with these thermal goggles to show you how much heat these old double glazed windows lose compared to Everest triple glazing.
Just look where they're leaking heat from, while Everest's most thermal efficient windows keep the heat inside, where it belongs. And right now, when you buy Everest double glazing, you can get a free upgrade to triple glazing, which could help to reduce your energy bills. It's okay. So go on, upgrade to Everest triple glazing for free today.
What makes a Tempur mattress so special? Is it the NASA technology that we developed into our unique Tempur material? Or that it helps you get that true, restful sleep? Tempur, a mattress like no other. Available at stores nationwide.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
Day 4 of the Kazoo British Open is full of intriguing matchups. After this afternoon, well, it's Mark Selby against Si Jiahui, who performed with such distinction at the Crucible this year. Selby runner-up, Si was a beaten semi-finalist. Tonight we start off with Mark Williams against Ding Junhui. That's a really classy encounter. And of course, we know our last match is going to be a cracker also. We just don't know the two players involved yet. That depends on results, of course, as the day progresses. So much quality here, and that's why Kyren Wilson's miss on frame ball in frame 3 came as such a complete surprise. Surprise to him, surprise to us, a pleasant surprise
Frame 4.
for Barry Hawkins.
Kyren Wilson to break.
Now, a lot of players on the Pro Tour would struggle to get over that. We saw last night Mark Williams against Gary Wilson. When Wilson missed a few, his game deteriorated. I think Kyren Wilson is better equipped than most to get over a disappointment of that nature, but even so, he'll be hard pushed.
Got to try and get this cue ball over the left-hand side of the table. Try and cover that red with yellow and blue, maybe.
Sorry, Hawkins, 1.
Oh. It's a little bit careless. Needed to get that cue ball near that yellow pocket. Nearly left a chance for Kyren Wilson. No. Well, maybe that misread. He's really sort of shaking it. And he's left the red as well. He was knocking those long reds in earlier on, but not misread. Maybe I'm just shaking his confidence a little bit. It's a shock to the system, isn't it, Phil, when you miss that, particularly frame ball. I mean, everybody misses easy balls, but on frame ball, you always put that little bit of extra concentration in, and you never expect them to miss something like that.
Well, of course, we've got the Ryder Cup starting tomorrow, and in many respects, that was a snooker gimme.
Six.
On table 2, there will not be a whitewash. Ishpreet Singh Chadha has won the 4th frame convincingly against Dave Gilbert to cut his arrears to 3-1. Of course, Ken.
7.
Barry Hawkins tried to join that select band of players who've won back-to-back world ranking titles. It takes some doing. I know you've done it. You nearly won 3 on the trot.
Yeah, long time ago, Phil. God bless your memory. Well, such the competition these days. It is even more difficult for sure. I think, you know, when you're on a roll, as Barry is, you have that confidence and air about you.
You
feel good every time you come to the table. You feel that you can pot anything. It's a nice position to be in psychologically. It's such a mind game snooker can be at times. Mental game. You spend lots of time thinking, sitting in your chair, watching your opponent. When you're on that run and your confidence is up, it's a nice position to be in. Oh, that's a lovely shot and a lovely little kiss as well.
And that's the snooker gods telling Kyren Wilson, that's what happens when you miss easy balls. Things start to go against you.
$20.
Yeah, just ran on slightly on that cue ball there. These tables are so quick.
21.
Needs top side of the blue. And just about managed it. A couple of reds to go at. Red left of the pink, but I think the red at the bottom of the pack is potable as well. I think it's red beside the pink this time. Get on the black and then maybe take that red at the bottom of the pack next after this one.
26.
Good chance this for Barry Hawkins.
$27.
Now let's have a look. There you see the red, and that's perfect. And if you can finish just a little bit low on that red. Watch the cue ball here. You want to finish low on it. Doesn't want to finish dead straight. That looks perfect. Because finishing low, you can pot this red, run through with the cue ball, and
34.
develop at least another red into play here. Lots of top spin. Yeah,
35.
nicely played.
$43.
Yeah, not a great angle on the black, so he may have to play for the loose red into the right centre pocket here. I mean, he doesn't have enough angle to split the reds. So take the loose red. And then, after potting this, try and get a nice angle.
50.
And either blue or black. Looks like he's going to have to screw back for the blue. Or for the black, I should say. No, he's going to try and push through and go for the blue. Ooh.
Barry Hawkins, 50.
Expect him to miss that. Has he left it? I think he has.
One.
The brown going forward had to be moved, or at least it was very useful to move it. But of course he's taken the brown from one awkward position and put it in another.
Three.
Yeah, but removing that brown quite cleverly away from that left-hand side cushion, it sort of gives him a chance. Oh, good shot. Excellent shot. And now all of a sudden, have a look at that split. Wobbled a few times, but went in eventually. Good chance now for Kyren Wilson for a counter-attack here.
As we said before, he's made of stern stuff. Well capable of role reversal.
11. $12.
And as you pointed out, Ken, the brown now is much more friendly than it was before. It's a problem that can be solved.
18.
Is momentum going to shift?
Teen.
He's let the cue ball slip there. He wanted to be straight on this red. May have to play that little cannon into the pink here. Yeah, it's gone wrong. That was a bad shot off the blue. I mean, he looks away in disgust, and he should do, because that blue was straightforward to get nicely straight on the next red. Left himself an angle. Yeah, just have a look at this. I mean, here's his position on the blue, and there was no way should he let the cue ball run that far. That should have been a lot slower at the pace of the cue ball. Dead straight on that red, and he's perfect. Now all of a sudden, he's having to, well, give up everything here. He's going to play the brown. He's not, trying to just nestle maybe in behind it, but if not, take it away from the cushion. Well, that's no good.
Kyren Wilson, 25.
He's left himself and left Barry Hawkins a possible pot on this red just below the pink spot. That was careless. And going back to that, you know, where he was criticised over and over about his cue ball position, that was an example of it coming back to haunt him there, Kyren Wilson. He'd be absolutely furious with that shot. Could cost him again. Good pot from Barry Hawkins. It's a roll up behind the yellow. 30 points in the lead. Doesn't want to go anywhere near the brown. Just a delicate little roll up behind the yellow. He could sort of land on the brown, still leave him snookered.
Barry Hawkins, 1.
A little bit surprised there, Phil. I thought the roll up behind the yellow just makes the snooker a lot more difficult to get out of. Whereas this one, it's not so difficult.
Quickly, let me tell you, Scott Donaldson has just plundered the third frame against Robbie Williams on the black. Williams missing an easy black earlier on when he was on the verge of winning it. So Donaldson 3-0 ahead. And in a moment, it's going to be 3-1 for Hawkins.
One.
They are the kind of frame balls you crave.
Four.
Yeah, those couple of shots. I mean, the misread from Wilson in the previous frame, that blue. Lost position on the red. Well,
6.
Well, he'll be kicking himself in that chair. He could have been 3-1 up. Now he's going to be 3-1 down and right up against it.
Barry Hawkins, 13, and the frame.
Is the dream sequence about to continue for Barry Hawkins? He's one frame away from recording victory number 12 on the trot.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com. This is an emergency appeal from UK for UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency. The worst drought in 40 years and global conflict have resulted in an unprecedented food shortage. Hunger has forced desperate families to flee their homes in search of food and water. Millions are struggling to survive. Parents like Shamsa are trying to keep their children alive.
ama asmarjis asciijis asdisha ayagoo noolaan adiga ma timad ad ka tagtay inta xandhumadan iyo juxmadan taaganaan lahayd taasa igu daran maalintaas igu daranayn.
By giving what you can right now, you can help UNHCR give refugee families emergency support, access to food and clean water. You can help save lives and give hope. Please call UK for UNHCR on 0800 473 0214 or search UNHCR Hunger to give £10 a month. People urgently need help to survive.
Get big thrills and small bills this autumn with BT. Save an epic £12 a month when you get BT broadband and TV, including Netflix and Now Entertainment. All for only $39.99 a month on a 24-month contract, with no upfront costs. Make your house the home of action with shows like Fubar on Netflix and The Last of Us on Now. All for only $39.99 a month. Hurry, offer ends Thursday. Switch to BT today and win at staying in.
Trust the Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustTheTrader.com.
Welcome back to Cheltenham, where we've seen some dramatic snooker in the last few moments. Zhao Guodong snatching the fourth frame on the black from Sanderson Lam to lead 3-1. He's on the verge of becoming the fourth Chinese player into the last 16. Scott Donaldson 3-0 up on Robbie Williams. Dave Gilbert 3-1 on Ishpreet Singh Chadha, and nicely in front in frame 5 also.
Frame 5.
As for our match,
Hawkins
it's
to
a
break.
crisis for Kyren. The last couple of frames have battered Wilson's spirit. That kind of ball, all things being equal, you really fancy him to pot. But he's encountering such internal disappointment right now.
One.
Yeah, when you make those glaring mistakes, you know, it's hard to settle back. Your head goes a little bit fuzzy, concentration goes, confidence is shattered a little bit. You know, you've been punished when you're looking at 3-1 down, and you should be really, he's thinking he should be 3-1 up.
Four.
Just trying to keep that clarity, isn't it? When you've made mistakes, keep your clear mind. It's very, very difficult under that pressure out there.
5.
One constant throughout this golden run of Hawkins, he's been dependable when it comes to closing out matches. When he's on the verge, he does the business. Also on the threshold of victory now. You might have spied a few moments ago Dave Gilbert on the next door table. He's right in amongst them. 4-1 over Ishpreet Singh Chadha looks pretty much certain.
12.
Just wondering will he play through the gap here between pink and reds and try and get on that red close to this left corner pocket. There's the gap. And he's on this red. And the reason why he wants to get on this red is that it will open up the black into
17.
that left corner pocket. Could have done with a little bounce off this top cushion. Just would have made the pot a little bit easier. Overshot the blue for the right middle, but may take it on down here into this bottom right corner. Oh, that was a bit of a heavy contact. He may get the cue ball cleaned here. Looked like that cue ball just bounced
23.
on impact.
Well, that was more an obvious kick than when he missed the pink earlier. Much more obvious. The first result of the day is in. Dave Gilbert has beaten Ishpreet Singh Chadha of
31.
India 4-1. And when it comes to entering the winner's circle, Barry Hawkins might not be too far behind.
$39. $40.
Yeah, once again, just to overrun the cue ball just slightly. A little grimace from Barry Hawkins. May have to once again play for one of these reds into the right centre pocket. Really wanted an angle to try and disturb one or two reds. Can't do that now. He missed the red in the previous frame. Very, very similar to this, into the right centre.
47.
He may hold for the pink into the left centre here. Sort of takes a little bit of pressure off because he won't be leaving the red, only the possibility of the red that he's playing. Yeah, nicely
48.
played.
54.
Well, Kyren Wilson's fate in this year's British Open hangs on this next shot. He'll be hoping that if Barry does pot this black, doesn't get a good split, and that he can come back to the table. How's the split? It's not too bad. He's on a red into the right centre.
62.
And it's certainly not a gimme. Quite an acute angle. 62 ahead, 75 still remaining. Red and black be enough to leave Kyren Wilson leading the snooker, but this red is virtually match ball. And it's in. Good shot.
63.
And he's on the black.
A last 16 meeting with he, Guo Qiang for Barry Hawkins, pretty much under lock and key. We've seen scores of shots in this match. We'll remember only one. That was in the third frame when Wilson missed the simplest of frame balls and it turned everything on its head.
78.
Yeah, completely. It just wasn't the same after that, was he, Kyren Wilson? Barry Hawkins got
79.
stronger, and it's been impressive. He hasn't played at his best, but he's still been very impressive and clinical when he's had to be. Kyren Wilson will rue that. Easiest of reds to go 2-1 up.
Hawkins beat Wilson 4-1 in the tournament last year. Different year, exactly the same outcome.
'93.
Go on. Not enough
Barry
pace.
Hawkins, 93.
But it has to be said, the Hawk simply refuses to have his wings clipped. That winning run continues, and what a fine scalp to claim. He beats Kyren Wilson by 4 frames to 1. Wilson with so many regrets.